Going through this one piece at a time. First, we've got our bass. And our kick drum as well. All of this is coming from the TRK-01, which is it's a plugin for Reaktor. That is, if I recall, it's a modeled version of a vintage drum machine. I could be wrong about that, so don't quote me on that. But it is a pretty neat drum machine and bass engine. It's really fucking cool. So I made a pattern in there and recorded it over here, and then put the Argent compressor on it. So the Argent compressor is a neat little plugin. It's a neat little plugin from Nimble Tools. It's like a compressor on steroids. It's really, really good at bringing out the various pieces of a sound and just putting them at full volume. So it's based on Mick Gordon's setup that he used for Doom Eternal and 2016 as well. But you know, Eternal is the one that he really perfected it on. Anyway, that's on the TRK-01 track. Gives us all sorts of really cool distortion going on, stuff like that. I also chop this up a bit throughout the track, so we've got this section. Yeah, it sounds right out of Doom 2016, but there's a bit more to it than that. That's just the bass and kick drum. We've got some guitar in here as well. It is right here. And I know that's a really, really messy sounding guitar. That is deliberate. Instead of going through Guitar Rig like I usually do, I decided I'm just going to go right to distortion. I'm just going to throw trash on it and, well, do exactly that. I'm going to just fucking trash the sound. And it came out pretty good. You end up with... I think it sounds pretty good. It doesn't sound great on its own, though. You'll see what I mean when you hear it with everything else. We've got a bit of a percussion section over here. That's not the part I wanted to show, but we've got a bit of a percussion section. We've got some hats. We've also got a clap. Both of these have bite on them, taking the bit rate down, messing with the sample rate, basically just making it super crunchy. I especially like the sort of screaming effect almost that the clap has. Really happy accident, that one. We've also got this crash over here. We've got this reverse crash. Nothing too fancy. Shows up again over here. But, yeah, that's the percussion section. Moving on, we have an ARP in the A section of the track that goes something like this. It starts off like this. and then develops. It's mostly there to fill up space in the mix in this A section. We've got a melody on the Theramaybe. It goes a little something like this. Pretty neat. And then we've also got some sound effects throughout, mostly just noise effects. Just like some little stuff to add texture and help ease transitions. Stuff like that. And there's also this neat little sound over here. You'll see what that is. But once you put all this together, and, you know, clean it up, do a little bit of processing on the master track, mostly just like a bit of tape emulation, a bit of cassette emulation, some distortion, bit of extra saturation over here, compress it down so it doesn't get too loud, you know, stuff like that. I gave it a little bit of a bass boost too. But yeah, once you put it all together, once all those pieces are assembled, you end up with a track that sounds a little something like this.